for the Politricks watch. This is Sir P. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the gang member or gang members, right, who, if it was up to me, would be the final piece of the crime plan puzzle. Originally, we were talking about one gang member, but then I remember two of them. Now, for the sake of argument, I'm going to use two people who don't know about and hear about already. By the end of the video, you can understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to further on to realize that December. So, just announcing there's a sale out and the unicorn meat. For this month and this month only, we'll be selling unicorn back. If you don't know what that is, it tastes just like chicken back, but it has less bones. This sale is going on because December is usually a spooky time in Ireland, and I get the feeling this December will be no different. Just keep your eyes open. Tricksters them are out in full force. When in a basketball, then you see them throw the ball to the one, then throw the ball to the one, right? Then them throw the ball in the air and somebody slam dunk it. I'm talking about C4 and the bunker, and how I would use them in combination with the new updated laws that are being passed in Ireland. Firearms passed already, Bail Act soon pass, corrections updated soon pass. You see, enough time I say certain things and it don't go down well. Almost sound like I'm crazy. I only sound crazy because of your social programming. Those who disrupt the status quo always come across as crazy. May I remind you, there was a time when all the experts said the world was flat. And if you said otherwise, people would say you're crazy. Let me say that one more time. There was a time when all the experts, all the scholars, all the bright people with all the titles said the world flat. If you sail your boat out to that line, you're going to fall off and nobody never see you again. That was once accepted knowledge. Few people said that don't make no sense. The masses laughed. Who the hell do you think you are? You think you know more than him and him and him? He's the head of this. He's the president of this. That's usually the response I get when I say things like Ironman's murder rate is not because of poverty. So now we hear say the world is actually shaped like an egg, I guess. As Junior Gang would I say, if the shape change again, everybody would have start laugh. Right, next thing I go here says a rectangle. You see, the quickest way to lose a war is to not invite military people to a tactical meeting. Let me say that one more time. The quickest way to lose a war is to not invite military people to a tactical meeting. Whenever you see certain countries, the president or the prime minister, right, the king, whatever political structure them have, whenever there's any conflict and them show you the room them, the war room and things that get discussed, you usually see the head of state surrounded by a number of generals, maybe some colonels. Why do you think that is? Why is the president of this, or the king of that, or the chancellor of this surrounded by the general and the admiral? It's because the best politicians know one thing, and it's that they know nothing. Let me say that one more time. The best politicians know one thing, and it's that they know nothing. In Ireland, for some reason, somebody telling us say, politicians are people who have all the answers and can figure out everything for themselves. Jamaican politicians are obsessed with showing you how bright they are because they think that is what makes them. If I can show you that I'm the brightest thing you've ever seen, then you will go, this is who I want to be my leader. And therein lies the problem with many underachieving, struggling nations. The reality is, truly great leaders are essentially great delegators. I'm going to repeat enough things on this video. Just sound them miss it. Truly great leaders, we're talking about political leaders, are essentially great delegators. They know how to pick the right people for the right job. Hearing somebody tell you something where you like in your ears and you say, well, that's why me want him to be. That's not how a president operates. You think our president can monitor what go on in the defense, education, agriculture, right, economics, road, and clean this and fix that. That's not how it works. This is why enough people who talk the talk go in positions of leadership and fail miserably. Delegating. Very important for a leader. Truly great leaders are also decisive. Truly great leaders are also disruptive when it's necessary. Emphasize when necessary. Imagine a country is fighting a war, and when you're looking at the room, you see the president, the prime minister. He's surrounded by other politicians, many of whom are political underachievers. Yes, you peer CEO, yes, you peer activists, human rights groups, and all these people. In the war room, I try to figure out a plan to fight a war. Not one general in the room, not one colonel, not one admiral, nothing. That's how Ironman has been losing the crime. Too many suits and high heels in the war room. Let me say this one more time. I know by now, I don't need to have a disclaimer. You already know, so you probably will get offended when you watch a video over there. So. Too many suits and high heels in the war room. Too much jacket and tie. It's time for people to step aside and let the real crime scholars them talk with the Prime Minister, Security Minister, Police Commissioner, Chief of Staff, etc. The real crime scholars. So you're asking, well, who are the real crime scholars? I'll give you 2 examples because Ironman have them in the system right now. I'm talking about C4 and the banker. Real crime scholars. Every time we hear about crime this and crime that, we're hearing from somebody who can't tell the difference between a bike, a backfire, and an AR-15. Big up Carlton, a good youth. We need more Carltons. But when it comes on to gang war, how to deal with gangs, there are way too many Carltons that talk about strategy. People who think a gunman is going to stop killing and join some program and live happily ever after. Right? If we just put them on this and give him this and give him that, is the exact reason why Jamaica can't get anywhere in the fight against crime. They are speaking from the perspective of a law-abiding citizen. They're speaking from the perspective of somebody who operates via conventional methods. As it relates to the politicians, many of whom, as I said, are political unachievers, they think if they talk long enough, eloquently enough, and use enough big words, we will ignore the fact they don't know what they're talking about. And by the way, it can't be an 87. Let me say that one more time. It can't be an 87 in the war room with the Prime Minister, with the Security Minister, with the Police Commissioner, with the head of the legal constitution rights, however. When all of them gather, they can't gather with no 87. 87s are not masterminds. They are treated as cannon fodder by their own gangs. Their own gangs use them like a diaper. Roll up and dash with. It has to be senior gang members from banker level up. The same way in the military, no private, that about the rank, can give intel great enough to stop the war effort. A private await orders. They don't formulate them. In the military, a general is worth a lot more to the enemy than 100 private. That is because of the knowledge and strategic value they bring to the table. This is why historically, when nations capture soldiers, POW, prisoners of war, you've seen them say, we will give you back 500 a year a soldier them, but give it back that generally. A similar thing happens in the criminal world. Senior gang members sit at the table and they strategize, they plan, they know how the gang work from the top down. 87s don't know what's going on above them. Then get a call, yo, we're going to the community, we're Marshall works. Man, I'll pick you up about 5 o'clock. Alright, cool. Enough time then find out who them kill on the day. So therefore, if you truly want to tap into gangs, you have to tap into the people then. Right, who form the brains side of the gang, the planners. And that's not 87. Because enough 87, right, we say, yo, me used to bust the gun, so me can talk about this. Yeah, sure, you can talk about how you jumped at the car and you shot the man and all this sign that we going over your son. That can't signal gang. When Uncle Sam was going after Cosa Nostra, them catch until them reach way up in the gang, the conciliary them, right, the underboss them. Until them start get them Monday, that's when Cosa Nostra start to tumble. Cause them Monday, right, have the real information. Just like C4 and the banker. We have two of the most important gang members turned witness in Jamaican history. Man then go in a court, yeah, him do this, me see that, alright, trial done. And he just done so. These men are extremely valuable assets. Couldn't be me. Because I would have to tap into that asset. You can't pay for that. You can't pay, right, for what C4 and the banker know. A simple tactic like how you can take a gun off a Dead 87 front of security forces and they don't see is something that scholars are baffled with. Them turn up on the scene and them say, well, how comes these men when I shoot out and we don't see any gun? The basic tactic of people crowding on the youth, right, start balling, take the gun off him, quietly move away. By the time people turn up and search, no gun. This is so basic. This is a well-known strategy. It baffles your favorite scholars. They don't teach that on criminology courses in Winnipeg. Our Klansman use them duppy truck tactic for move guns and 87s from parish to parish, use multiple vehicles. Right? Some the way out in front as scope out, some the way around the back. Right? The killers them in this car. Right? The kerosene in that car carry the gun them. Then they meet us so. Gun 87, you shoot in, 87 go out to the car, hand back the gun to the kerosene, this car goes. These type of strategies, C4 broke it down in a court. But what I love is, what happens is, when it comes on to gang wars, okay, you hear that, right? But what you see, the thing is, the left ventricle, right, comes around, and then it's like, it circumvents the fallopian tube, right? And then what happens now is that the onomatopoeia, right, get involved with the carnivorous structure, and then people sit down and nod them head. C4 the banker, them outsmart all them people there. You see, these people simply cannot humble themselves and accept that they don't know nothing. Them one at the war room, I tell police commissioner and I tell security minister this and that, when them need to come out of the war room and make C4 and the banker go in there. We have blown billions of dollars worth of taxpayers' money on conventional theories, right, that has failed over and over, and they're saying, spend more. Just like you see, in a countries like Haiti and them places. Every time something happens in Haiti, you say, oh, we need $1 billion in aid money, every minute, aid money. Charity. Is it working? No. Alright, so what we need now is $2 billion worth of charity. Oh, that not working now? Okay, see, what we need now is $3 billion worth, and they keep going on and on. Because that's what the scholars them say. If we just give this and if we spend over here, and if we create this, then because they're not driven by results. They're not driven by outcome. If it was up to me, as soon as the Klansman trial done, as soon as the testimony them done, I get on the phone and I call the police commissioner. I call the head of CTAC. I said, this is the Prime Minister speaking. Those two witnesses you have, C4 and the banker, bring them to my office. For the next 3 months, they're going to sit down right this beside of me. And we are going to walk through every page of these legislation we're bringing. Every single page. I'm going to say, Mr. C4, Mr. Banker, and when you read through this, any gap you see, spot it so we can plug it. Tell me how you, as a senior member of the Klansman gang, will try to get you on this. And I promise you, between the two of them, they're going to find something to come up with. And I'm going to say, well, we don't do still now, we don't do this and this, because if you try to do this, we're going to try to do that. You hear that, Mr. Police Commissioner? Fix that gap. That right there, sir, is a stroke of true leadership. Not big words and long chatting and sweet talk. The truth is, it goes without saying, people like C4 and the banker are street smarter than all your favorite politicians and scholars. And since badness is something that happens in the streets, that counts for more. Well, if not, listen to me. If we're trying to figure out how to make more pitney pass physics and chemistry, then your scholars them is who we should lean more towards. But we are talking about street business, so we want people who street smarter. We don't have Carlton a lead argument about streets. Just think about this for a second. C4 was playing hide and seek with the government to the point to him give up and go look for them. Remember when time you're younger and you play hide and seek? Right, and sometimes you hide so good nobody can find you. To the point where you get bored and you have to go look for them and say, see me here? That is what happened with C4. This brother was hiding so well that him give up and say, see me here. Come on now catch me, see me here. He was hiding so well that the police them deny him in a can them say the brother can't be a gang member. I wanna know boy you. That's how well he was hidden. So somebody who can pull that off, who don't want him in the war room, who don't want him to share knowledge and information. You don't want the banker to share knowledge and information. A full time now, certain people start to take a back seat. History will decide who is who and what is what. Anyway, Agent Squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know. More life. Vulture Squad, stay circling. Bless.